Hello, loves. Hello. This is the Kim Waters with Be Youthfully You, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. Today, I wanted to just have a conversation, real impromptu, nothing big planned or anything, but what I do want to discuss is one of the things that I have been thinking about, and I've kind of witnessed a lot of other women kind of going through this right now, and men as well, but understand I'm never trying to discount that men go through things too. Please understand that. But what I do know is that I can always give an opinion from a woman's perspective. So that's only my intention right there. But I'm always here to listen to both sides of the story. I do not discriminate because I know that we are all going through some things. Today, I want to talk about my list that I made when I went from the breakup to the bounce back. Now, what many of you don't know is that I have been married twice. Yes, dos. What I learned from my first marriage, the things that I took away from my first marriage have been immensely effective with me with my second marriage. My meaning and purpose for saying that is because instead of it making me bitter, it made me better. And what I did was I gained such a sense of self worth. I gained such a sense of self accomplishment. I gained such a sense of knowing who it is that I am and what it is that I wanted. The one thing that I got to learn is that I'm stronger than anybody could ever imagine I was. Even my own mom, she really was surprised to see that I had been listening all those years, and that the thing that I told her is that, Mama, I'm as strong as you made me. I am. I come from strong women. I come from strong stock, as they used to say back in the day. And what I do know is that I reached down and got something out of me that I always knew that I had. And I'll never sit and say that my ex-husband ever made me do anything, because that's not the case. And I'm also not saying that that's not the case with some, but what I do know is that the role that I chose to play in my relationship and in my marriage, I take full responsibility for. I take full accountability for. I cannot speak or say anything about what someone else did. And while I won't go into the reasons why our marriage did not work, I will say that I'm so grateful for that experience and that journey, because I feel that that has made me a better person, a stronger woman, and a better wife at this point in my life. My priorities have changed. Who it is that I am definitely changed. My sense of certainty within myself. I truly learned that, guess what? Nobody is responsible for my personal happiness but me. Nobody but me. I don't charge anyone, any situation, anything with that. You have to learn to be good with self first. You have to understand that you are responsible for you and making sure. Are we recording? Oh, okay. I needed to be sure. I thought it had went off, y'all. You have to be responsible for you and making sure that what it is that you do and what it is that you want for your life, you make sure that you put a valiant effort in to make sure that that happens, not anybody else. Your dreams truly are yours. Who you are is up to you. Your happiness depends on how far it is that you're willing to go to obtain that. You can't charge somebody else with the fact, well, I'm not happy today. This is why it always gets to be really, really interesting when you have people to say, oh, this person makes me happy, or oh, this person completes me. One of the most valuable lessons that I learned many, many years ago is that you need to come whole. You need to come whole. You have to be responsible for making sure that you are equipped with what it is that you need, so that when you are fortunate enough to unite with someone else, that, guess what? I can be the best person I can be in this relationship. You have to know who it is that you are, and you have to know who it is and what it is that you want. You can't charge somebody else with that. That ain't fair. I don't care what how many quotation marks you try to put on that. I don't care what kind of diction you try to put on that. I don't care how many apostrophes and commas and question marks you try to put on that. You have to know who it is that you are. See, nobody truly can tell you what it is that you need to be doing for you. Because, see, you got to search self first. You got to look inside. Even when it's ugly, you have to look inside and you have to know what it is and who it is that you are and who it is that you want to be. Once you have got those things together, trust me when I tell you, you can now begin on the bounce back. See, there's no time, especially when you look at like where we are now and the things that we're going through in our current climate. Honey, there is no time to waste sitting around waddling in your piddle. That's what the old folks used to say. You don't have time to sit around and waddle around feeling sorry for yourself, feeling bad, and oh my goodness, woe is me, this was done to me. All that may be true, but it's not going to change. It's not going to change the fact that, guess what? That is now historical data. It's historical data. Now, you can take that data, okay? You can go ahead and file that away. Now, mind you, I said file it away. I didn't say completely throw it away. I said file it away because of the fact that you may need to look at some of that data for future references. Now, that's not to charge somebody else with what somebody else did, but it is to say, hey, you know what? If I see this situation again, let me go dig through that file and check on it because I think I've seen this before. That right there is what allows you to recognize a mistake before you make it again. That's powerful. See, that's how you encourage yourself. This is how you pull yourself up out of that hole that you have now been forced in, fell over in, pushed in, whatever it was. It still does not change the fact that whatever it was that happened, happened. Don't sit around giving away your power, okay? What we have to do is recognize the fact that it happened. It did. It's not going to change. It's not going to go away. It's not going to miraculously disappear out of my mind. But you can make a conscious effort every day to say, you know what? I'm going to learn from that. I'm going to be better from that. And I'm going to move on because of that. And in my next situation or relationship, should I so choose to embark upon another adventure, I will be so much better. I will be so much better. This is why it's never good to judge a book by its cover, because a lot of times people assume that where it is that you are, you don't understand because this is your life now and you got this going on now. Baby, I got a story to tell. When I tell you it's some pages in this book right here, it's some pages in this book, baby. You talk about highlighters, pages ripped, been taped back together. Some of them got the pages folded down in there. You might be folded in half. Some of them folded at the top. Some of them folded up from the bottom because we needed to bookmark that right there. Because guess what? It's some information right that I might need to go back to. So I need to bookmark that. But guess what? I made decisions that because of the breakup, I was going to be better. And in my bounce back, baby, mama got business. I had business. And that's all I did. And it took me roughly, I would say, from break up, honestly, to second marriage, 2 years. Not that I was seeking out marriage. It's just once I started to get me together, once I knew who it was that I was, whose I was. See, I had to really understand those things. And I took the time to say, you know what? Every day I get to be me. Every day. Every day I get to plan my life and what's going to be good for me and my son, because it was just my son at home at that time. Every day I get another opportunity to do it again. I'm not going to sit and waddle in the fact that, oh, I lost my house. Oh, I lost my cars. Oh, my credit. Oh, I had to file bankruptcy. Oh, I had to do this. Because Because, see, all I was focused on is the fact that I'll be back and I'm going to be even better in the comeback. See, you never, ever know. You never know. Like I said, there's always a story to tell. So sometimes before you make an assumption, you need to make an assessment. Those are some of my words I live by, but that's in another video. But what I do know is that, guess what? Your breakup, from your breakup to the bounce back, is real. It's real. And it can be right or it can be wrong. But again, I say that choice is still yours. It's still yours. It ain't got to be, oh, well, you ain't going to be doing nothing. And, I see a lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of people who have encountered these situations where either their ex, is trying to make it seem like their life is so much better, without them and stuff like that. Honey, wish them well and get off their social media. That's what you need to do, because their business is no longer your business. You got your own business that you need to be trying to take care of at this point. That's what you need to be trying to do. Don't worry about them. They got their own problem, or they have become somebody else's problem now. Whatever it is, whichever way it is, don't you make it your problem. See, stay focused on your own agenda. A couple of my little sisters that I know, my babies, even some people that are very close to me, that you would think that, it's like, oh, okay, no, I don't discriminate. Let's just say that. Get you an agenda. Pen, pad, business. That's what you need to be focusing on. Each and every day, that's all you need to be focusing on. Rebuilding, getting you together, getting yourself in a place, in a space where you can say, you know what? Hey, this ain't going to be forever. Because it's not. But in order for you to get to that next level, you had to be in this place. And from this day on, every single day, you're getting another opportunity to climb up a little bit higher, to make or take another step, to learn something new, to be able to look in that mirror and just smile and say, guess what? I get to be me. It might be a little tight, but it's going to be right. And what I won't do is take myself backwards, because I'm going to keep pushing forward no matter what. You can either push the play button or you can press pause. Either way, again, it's still up to you. These choices are yours. And you have to know what it is that you want to do. We're not going to lay blame, place blame. We're not going to talk about, well, if I hadn't did this with this person, if so-and-so hadn't made me. Understand that in most cases, the things that you did willingly. Even if you were to say, well, I didn't really want to do that, but I did it. Okay, so ultimately, you still did it because that's what you chose to do. You still chose to do that. Again, with the ownership. We have to take ownership and accountability. Okay? That's just the way it is. It doesn't matter, again, about what somebody else did. Take ownership for your role in your own life and what it is that you're doing going forward, because that's what you're in control of. Get in control of that. Once you get to that piece right there, get through that part, trust me when I tell you, the rest, every day, it'll get a little easier and a little easier. I promise you that. I know what it feels like to hurt. Honey, to feel like somebody has ripped your soul out. Do you hear me? But when I tell you, once you get through, as my grandmama used to say, y'all know I've talked about Lucille's Kitchen. Once you get through slinging snot and crying, looking ugly, your eyes swole up, you don't want to comb your hair, sometimes you don't even want to bathe, you don't want to do none of that stuff. Okay. Because everybody grieves differently. Everybody does. It is okay. The beauty in that is that you do not need to buy real estate in that emotional state right there. See, that's the state of emotion. And emotion is a feeling. You ain't got to feel like that the rest of your life. You ain't got to feel like that. You ain't got to stay stuck in there. Feel it. Feel them feelings. Feel them. But what I want you to do from that point is get yourself up every day. Make a conscious effort every day to say, you know what am I going to do differently tomorrow to get myself up further out of this? What am I going to do tomorrow, the next day? I don't care if you get a planner, a paper, a regular notepad, a composition book. It ain't got to be nothing fancy, but you can sit down and give your own self a life. You can sit down and take a look at your own dreams and aspirations. What do you really want? What do you really want? You got to know what that is. You got to know what that looks like. There's no need for you to go in, oh, I'm going to find me another person. I'm looking for a good woman. I'm looking for a good man. Okay, now, what does that look like? Because you have to know what that even looks like. And you also got to know whether or not what that supposedly is going to work for you. See, it may be some requirements to take in that position, see, that you ain't ready to sign on for. So you're going to need to know how you're going to need to negotiate coming in. See, you got to have your negotiations together. See, because you go in there and just go to sign up and you ooh-wee and everybody's happy and feeling good and all that. And you wake up one day and say, oh, this is not what I wanted to do. Okay, but see, in the paperwork, see, it said right here on, line 1, subsection 2, paragraph B. Yeah, that right there. You signed up for that. Because it was perfect, so you thought. You was just going along with everything. Yes, 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 and yes. Please and thank you. You did all of that willingly. Now you in. This a couple of weeks after that, a month or whatever, and now it's I don't know if I want to do this. I'm gonna need you to get your head in the game. You don't get to change the rules in the middle of the game. Now you want to renegotiate the contract. But see, the other people on the flip side of that, everybody was good with the contract. See, but now I didn't know that was going to be. See, if you didn't read the fine print, see, that stuff that be at the bottom up under copyright, 2020. Yeah, see, that right there, you should have read the stuff that was up under there. You just thought them was just extra lines. No, baby, that is the fine print. Fine print. See, all of that comes with all of that stuff that's up there at the top. All of the graphics and the pretty fonts and all of that. All of this came with that stuff down there at the bottom. These are the type of conversations that we will have over here, honey. These are the type of conversations that we will have. This is going to be Conversations with Kim. We will talk about life, real life, getting to the point, everything from the itty bitty to the nitty gritty. We will not discriminate. We will not short step. We will not sidestep. I'm not gonna be in a place where anything that I say can be misconstrued. Anything. However, I would love for you all to leave comments below and let me know what it is that you would like to talk about. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that I have, I would love to feedback with y'all. I would love to give you feedback. I would love to kiki in the comments with y'all. Y'all know I'm here for it. Anybody that really knows me, or you gonna get to know me, you'll see. I love a good kiki. I love it. But we can talk as adults, respectfully, in the comments. And I would love for you all to interact with each other. These are conversations. These are things that, we need to talk about, like I said, especially now. Everybody's in the house. Everybody's having all these life-changing realities. Everybody's having things that they're faced with. Some of us got to look in that mirror. And Windex ain't cleaning it. The best newspaper ain't cleaning it. You might need to get some vinegar or some ammonia, okay, to get that mirror clean. But in the end, you can still clean it. It can still happen. You can, I promise you. I love you all. I want you all to subscribe to this channel as we will be having more conversations. And I told y'all, I'm working on it. Okay? I asked y'all to pray my consistency in the Lord. Okay? Pray my consistency because I'm working on it and I'm going to do better. You know why? Because I'm going to do better for y'all. I want to be here for y'all. Y'all are what matter to me. Trust me. We're on this journey together, honey. If Prince could say, I want to, dearly beloved, I want to get to this thing called life. We are all out here on this journey together. We are all some wonderful beings having a very human experience. Okay? Stay safe, sane, and sanitized. I love y'all to pieces. I'm going to log out for real this time. And I will talk to y'all soon. I love you to the moon and back. Bye, guys.